Yo guys, this is Reinhart, and today I'll be showing you tips and tricks about the Warlock. First of all, what I want to let you know, and I want you to excuse me, but I'm not the best luck in the world. As you guys can see, I only played for 8 days at this level, and most of the time I just fucked around, to be honest. I played the luck for about a month, but I got my 2.2k achievement very recently. So I got 2.2k within a month at one of the hardest classes to play. And the reason why I'm saying he's one of the hardest classes to play is because I'm a tunnel visioning DK. I get on target, shit dies, that's it. As a Warlock, I'll have to do damage, be able to peel, CC, pressure, do almost everything. Plus, Lux have a lot of casts. People say Lux, oh, they don't have the cast slot, they only have to apply their dots and that's it. Hell no. A good Lux, they have to fear, they have to cast their fears, they have to cast their UAs, especially after Soul Swap nerf. So, Lux are pretty difficult to play compared to Death Knight. It's actually much harder to play in my opinion. And I got 2.2k achievement and I want to share with you how, guys, I got it. First of all, let's talk about my spec. I have something in between my leg called balls, so I'm actually not picking demonic rebirth, which give us ability to instant cast pet summon when it dies. No, I'm actually picking dark arts, which increase our pet damage by 15%, and my little motherfucker over here, this little cutie, crits up to 25k in PvP damage. Amazing. Also, in addition, when it comes to my spec, I did not, some of these guys pick Death Embrace, I decided not to pick it. And I'm not going for improved life tap because I noticed I don't a lot, to be honest. And anytimes I it really doesn't take too much life taps to get my mana back up. And most of the time when I the other team usually is dying completely. So kinda looked at this spec and I thought improved life tap is not the best way for me to go. And I went for a Doom and Gloom, which is increased 8% damage to my Bane of Agony. Bane of Agony right now does about 15.4k damage. I have an add-on called Doctor Damage, DR Damage. If you cannot get it right, get the hell out of here, because it's very easy. Doctor Damage, DR Damage. Don't ask me for 100 times about this add-on, please. Overall, the spec is very easy to understand. I'm gonna get a link to my armory on the bottom, so make sure you guys check it out. Now let's talk about the fears and the pills. I have a macro for my fear. It's right over here. And this is something I put on my personal channel, but I'm probably gonna make a guide about how to make macros. What my macros are, there's not some sort of a schmuck cast at focus. Hell no. What my macros are very freaking efficient and very freaking amazing. What I mean by that, really quickly, is that I'm using a mouse over shift modifier target in the same macro text. Look at my fear. I'm focusing this dummy over here. Fear stands for me 1. I don't have a shift 1 bind it because you need it for a shift modifier. I'm targeting this dummy. I'm casting a fear on it. Great, this dummy is feared. You see the fear sign? I'm mouse overing on this dummy and I'm fearing this dummy right away. You see this dummy is feared while I'm targeting this? Amazing how good it is to use on for a Gladius test. You mouse over something and you cast fear. Freaking amazing stuff. Gladius. And with the shift modifier, I'm pressing shift 1. I am fearing my focus right over here, as you guys can see. Now let's talk about my damage rotation. What I usually do is Unstable Affliction followed by Bane of Agony. Unstable Affliction followed by Bane of Agony and Corruption. Then I'm using this macro for my soul swap and soul swapping it to my focus. Or I can soul swap to my mouse over target as well. I don't have to switch targets. I hate switching targets. For Felf, I have also for one Fel Flame, so I can refresh my UA on 2 targets. UA is the most important and the hardest to pull off. If you get a UA off in the beginning of the match, you're putting a lot more pressure. Okay, so we covered my rotation, we covered my CCs and stuff. Let's talk about the curses. Curse of Elements, a must-have. I'm running WLS and my warrior is freaking champ. What he does is he puts a demoralizing shot on the melee cleaves, so I don't have to put a curse of weakness on them. I'm using my curse of elements. I have a mouse over and a target, the same macro for my curse of tongues, with a shift modifier to my healer. This is a must-have. Why it's a must-have is because it makes your Fel Hunter to interrupt shit so much better and so much faster. Okay, now let's look at the damage. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put my pet in combat and I'm gonna clear recount, just so you guys could understand the basic rotation of Lux and how the dots work. So I'm gonna apply my full range of dots. Let's see how much damage they're gonna do by themselves. Of course there's some RNG crit involved in it, but not that much. You see my little motherfucking pet critting for, let's say, hitting for 11k non-crit. Not bad for a little squishy piece of shit hunter. I actually kinda feel bad that our damage is so closely tied to our hunter. Anyway, my dot did 56, almost 57k in damage. On average, the full rate of dots do anywhere from 53 to 58k. So this is average, this is good. Now let's look how much of a difference will hunt make. I also had a hurricane proc, which is about roughly 10% haste. It is huge. Let's look. It should be about 20%, right? You guys think? So 20% for full dots should be 54, 56k times 20% off of that should be around like what? Let's see. About 68, 69k? No, it did 94k damage. Big difference. The reason why? You have to manage your procs. Here's the thing what you need to know about Lux stats. If you have your Eradication proc, if you have your Arcane Torrent proc, or your Trinket procs, you have to refresh the dots, because your dots take a picture of your current haste and spell power when you apply it. You have to refresh them with your current spell power if shit procs to do more damage. Okay, this time I'm gonna do everything I possibly can. I'll wait for my Eradication proc, I'm gonna pop my Demon Soul, my Herb, my Trinket, and I'm gonna soul swap it to a Focus. And let's see how much of a total damage will my dots do this time. And my dots did 400k damage, 250k to my main target, 150k to my Focus. It is pretty significant. Not that much in duels, but it's very useful in arena. So imagine this scenario. You are dotting the target that you're putting pressure on, and then you're soul swapping it to your healer with your Focus, just like I showed you guys here. And you ask your warrior or whatever the other guy is to swap to a healer. So the healer is under very good pressure because your dots tick for a shitload and he cannot dispel anything. While the other target is also dying from the dots because of the switch, it wasn't probably topped off. That's the most amazing and my favorite thing about the Lux. Putting so much pressure that the other bitches just going crying to the little mammies. So, we survived the Nerd Fest. Let's look at the videos and let's do some commenting. This one, we're fighting at 2200 mirror. And these guys are pretty amazing and pretty champ because they, I think, about like 2400 rated. They are really good players. Right off the bat, I'm putting my portal right behind so I can port if I get pressured. Very difficult. Now it's a pre-match and we're both acting like a bunch of pussies. So what I decided to do is to send my pet to dispel Dark Intent, because that will help a lot. And as you guys can see from my scrolling battle text that you guys hate so much, pet dispelled Dark Intent right here. Now I'm able to get my UA off on a lock, and he's trying to fear, and I spell lock him off for 6 seconds. I'm here, standing here taking damage like a freaking champ, but I'm also applying my dots. I'm refreshing my UA, and I finally got my 3 dots off, so my pressure started rolling here. I'm mouse overing and soul swapping it to a warrior, because my warrior is sitting on him, and that warrior is taking a lot of damage. Now their lock is coming for the howl, and I'm trying to kite it. As soon as he's gonna get howl, my shaman is gonna tremor it, and we are putting some damage here. So his fear failed, and we are still putting some pressure while I am getting low substantially as well. Their luck decided that it's not a good thing because his howl failed and he didn't do a lot of damage there. But I popped my Demon Soul and I'm putting a lot of pressure, so he backed off, and we're switching on the warrior. Warrior's line is setting his healer, so we're putting some pressure on him. Here I'm kinda going low and I'm trying to get topped off while trying to juke, pummel and spell locks at the same time. Here their luck finally got a howl on me, and we're still trying to put as much pressure. Their warrior is slowly getting damage from my warrior and that, and their shaman is taking massive damage too. This is the best thing when it happens against the shaman teams. If you can actually get a multiple pressure going, shamans croak because they cannot heal two targets at the same time due to having Earth Shield being able to cast only on one target. But Earth Shield is so amazing, and that's why they failed multi-target healing. Anyway, I'm putting a pressure, and the warrior is so persistent about tunnel visioning me so hard, so I had to go to the other corner and I had to resummon my pet. So far I'm doing here not bad, but their luck is coming here and they are pretty confident that they are gonna kill me here. So their luck casting is you and me, but I'm getting topped off, while their warrior dies because they tunnel vision so hard and the warrior overextended it. Yes, these guys are pretty good 2400 rated, but even if they do mistakes about overextending. Thank you guys for watching my video. This was one of the most nerdiest videos you ever seen, and I guarantee you the other ones will be about a freaking gameplay in arena, about killing, about dotting, and about surviving. Thanks.